Hi, my name is Kimia and I just post random videos on this channel. For today's random video, I'm going to go through my plan for how I'm going to achieve all my goals for 2024. As I showed the process of making my vision board in my last video, today I decided that I'm going to make an actionable, detailed plan, just like break it down, everything, and just like, make it digestible. It is already digestible, but yeah, doesn't hurt to make it more specific. So yeah, let's see. So before we get into the plan, first I want to talk about why it's important to not only just write down your goals, but also have a plan for it. First thing, if you don't know how to get there, how are you going to get there? So there's that. But most of us, when we write down goals, some of our goals at least, just realized that. So we have some idea of how to get there, like just vaguely in our head. Okay, I need to do that. Like if you're going to read books, you know the process. You just pick up a book. What you don't know is that when you actually decide to read a book, the amount of thinking that you have to do about what book to read, what time to read that book, when you're gonna fit that in your busy schedule, that will stop you from reading that book. It might seem very easy to just like pick up a book and read it, but it's not. That's why we don't usually, not gonna manifest that, but things happen, or like studying, people are like, this semester I'm going to study. Yeah, obviously it's hard work, but also there are so many more factors than just studying. Like studying itself is made up of, at least effective studying is made up of a lot of stages. So if you don't know what those stages are and how you're going to approach this whole thing and what's your end goal? Like how are you going to define success? How much is hard work of studying, So that's really important. That's why setting clear goals and the way to get there, and also why I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I did write down the why, the reason that I really want this goal to be achieved. It does help with motivation, and also when you just look back to it, so once we're in the middle of doing something, you might lose track of why in the first place you started it. So it's always good to have it all written down so you can just go back and see why these were your goals, You might not believe it. You might. I don't know. But right now, I was talking to the camera for probably like 5 minutes, and then I looked at the time. I was like, I've been talking too much. Like, let me see how long it's been. And it was 0. I was like, what? And then, yeah, I realized that that is such a grandma mistake to do. Like, let's go through the list. So I'm going to talk about the first one more because I'm a student and this is my main goal of the year. Obviously, I'm a very multifaceted person, but I'm also a student first. I'm not even a human first. I'm a student first. You know what? That is such a true thing. That is so true. And sad, but true. So yeah, I'm going to talk about my plan for getting good grades. And if you're a student who is aiming for good grades, I think this will be helpful to figure your plan out. So the first thing is that you have to define what is a good grade for you. For me, I want my entire average to be above 85. For that to be achieved, since right now I am at 81.7, so let's say 82. So I need about an average of 90 for my next semester to bring up the entire thing, because right now I have 2 years worth of credits, which is like all it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, but I can do it. It's gonna be hard, but I can do it. You know what? Yeah. So yeah, I need to get above 90 for most of my courses in order to get that average to 85. And because I knew it's gonna be hard with having 4 jobs, I mean, when I say jobs, that they're like just side hustles, but each of them are about 5 to 10 hours a week. And I'm a full-time student, and I'm also a peer helper, and I actually have an interview for being in a club for synthetic biology, and I don't actually know how much they expect me to, like what they expect me to do, but yeah, that one. Also, I'm also volunteering next semester in a professor's lab. Like, I am doing so much next semester. I might just like I don't know. Let's be positive. Let's just be positive about this whole thing. So anyway, because I have so much to do, I knew that it would be impossible to take a normal load. It's not impossible. It would just be like impossibly possible. So, because I cannot even go part-time with school because I'm an international student and I wouldn't be eligible for work visa, I decided that this semester I'm going to take easy courses, mostly because I don't know. I would have felt bad if I had just used all my easy electives. And I mean, okay, technically they're not easy electives because I'm doing biotechnology and business as my specializations, and we all know business is just easy. So technically they're not electives. I mean, not technically, they're literally not electives. They're required for my degree. But they're just so easy that it feels like I'm taking easy electives for the entire semester. But I knew that if I had taken all business courses in one semester, I would just like feel the lack of science in me and die. So yeah, I didn't do that. But I know that these courses, people have told me that it's with minimum work you can get above 90. So I'm not gonna obviously put minimum work, I'm gonna put like medium work, but it'll be good to have like those on the side, and then I'm gonna put more focus on my science courses, and I'm aiming for high 80s, low 90s for those, and hopefully it will get it all up to 81, 85. But yeah, so that's that. But there was also obviously the part that I'm studying for these courses, which is going to get me the 85, get the 90s to aim to get to the 85. And that part, I also watched a bunch of videos to like learn new studying techniques. And I have the consistent thing that I've heard in all these videos is that even though it might feel like you're spending more time studying for these things, but in the bigger picture, you are actually saving time not having to go back to those information. And I'm someone who loves learning and loves being a nerd and just knowing information. And it gets really annoying for me when I start forgetting things after one semester and I'm like, oh my god, I studied so much for that thing and I don't remember now. So yeah, it will really help with my frustration too, besides just the good grades. So this is my plan. Priming before classes, which is reading through the material and trying to learn it, and then making a quiz before class to realize, to see what I learned and what I didn't learn. And for this part, I'm probably not gonna make my own quizzes. I will just use Quizlet because Quizlet, like, there are so many other students that have taken the same courses, and they have really good and comprehensive Quizlet packages, so I'm just gonna use those. But yeah, after that, I'm gonna know what I don't know. And because I know what I don't know, I'm gonna pay attention to it in class. And after that, in class, instead of just writing down everything that the professor says, which I actually don't do, I don't take notes in class at all, which is kind of like, it does sometimes feel very awkward because I'm just like staring at the professor like all the time. It's kind of weird. So yeah, I'm gonna write down key observations. So if I feel like anything is like super important and I didn't read it in my like priming time, or I had a professor, he would repeat things that he loved to quiz on 3 times. And he was like, yeah, if I he was really nice. But no, his tests, like, he was kind of a bitch too. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna write key observations, and then during class I would also create active recall questions for later on when I'm revising, which is, it's gonna be one, no, I'm gonna revise weekly, 30 minutes for every question, every subject. So I think that's a good amount of time for revising. Yeah. I'm gonna go through the rest of my goals faster because if I don't, like, it's probably gonna take a while. Next goal is getting a good muscly body, but most importantly, I just really want to go to the gym consistently. The body is just the end goal to like make this whole like gym thing give myself a tangible goal to achieve, because I know that's how my brain reacts more. And obviously I want to be sexy, you know, who doesn't? But mostly it's just that when I don't go to the gym, I can't focus, I feel shitty, I overthink, I get suicidal. Should I not say that word? I'm not sure if it's just TikTok or whatever. So I wrote down my weekly plan for the gym, you know? Upper body, core, legs, stretch or break. What I'm going to do in these days is mostly I'm going to either go to the gym and stretch there or just stretch in my bed. But either way, I will be moving my body. And also, you know what? I'm gonna add meditation to this day. Can you? Oh my god. Because why not, you know? Like, I love meditation. I don't actually, but I've heard it's a good thing, you know? I should like it. No. Okay. Next goal is eating healthy and drinking enough water. So that is a very vague goal. That was, at least, until I broke it down. And I mean, I already am somewhat doing it. Somewhat. And what am I saying? I'm actually eating pretty good. And I also am a very lazy person and I don't like cooking that much. So I found a lazy system for eating healthy, which I might make a video about it. But anyway, so I'm gonna do groceries on Saturday, and I have the list of, not the entire list, but at least I know the things that will mostly be the bigger components of eating healthy. Buying frozen food for smoothie, avocado for breakfast, and vegetables and meat for actually cooking the meals. So Saturday and Sunday are gonna be for cooking. I'm gonna freeze half of it for the second half of the week. And yeah, and then water, I'm gonna drink this 1.5 times. Also, I usually make I usually drink creatine with, I have this powder that tastes good and it has like ions and stuff in it. So that is usually about 500 ml to 700. Yeah. So overall, my goal is to drink 3.5 liters of water a day. Next goal, investing. So I used to really, really, really want to invest in stocks or crypto because I've seen so many people getting rich with this, and like I have read so many inspiring stories of people being super poor and then just investing their way up. And anyway, the thing is I just don't have the time and energy and interest to learn how to trade or just invest and like make my own portfolio. So I'm not just gonna give up. I have been looking around with like I did seeing different banks, GACs, and yeah, I'm gonna start. I actually started. I bought 3 GACs, but my bank account was frozen. My name was held up in another account, but whatever. So yeah, I'm going for GACs. Next thing, music. You might be wondering, wow, how can you be so smart and also like music? You know, I don't not only did that I like music. I'm a singer. I'm a good singer, okay? Oh, I haven't sung for a long time though. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you didn't even wonder that. But anyway, for music, my goal is to get better at ukulele. I am actually a ukulele instructor now. And I need to get more confident about like playing in front of other people because I've learned ukulele very recently, less than 6 months, and I haven't even like I didn't even touch it for months like during the semester because I was just so busy. So the 6 months that I'm saying, like probably I was playing for 1 month of it. So yeah, I'm not the best player, but also I'm not bad. And my voice is my strength. So I really want to start performing and not performing like just going to open mics and share my music. You know, I want to do that. And also I want to make more FL Studio mini projects. More. What am I saying? Like I haven't even made one yet. But yeah, I'm gonna make so many until I actually feel like I'm ready to finish one song with like a verse and a chorus and everything. So right now I'm just focused on making as many mini projects as I can until I get sick of it. Next thing, I want to write songs. I started writing my first song when I was 15, and I actually really loved it. I loved it. And songs used to just like flow out of me or fly out of me, whatever. But something happened to me, and maybe my standards were higher now. Like I cannot tolerate my songs anymore. But I haven't written a song for a very long time, and I found TextFX, which is an AI that helps with writing songs, and it's not like ChatGPT, which just writes the song for you. It's a very it has the songwriter very involved in the process, and it's more just like a brainstorming tool, which I really appreciate. So I'm gonna start working with that and see how I can use that. Wet lab experience, that's irrelevant, but I am, as I said, volunteering in a professor's lab. But so yeah, that experience is gonna come along if I don't know, if people like me, I guess. Programming, I'm aiming to be good at Python, SQL, and R at the same time. Obviously, Python is going to be my first language because I don't think that was obvious. But yeah, Python is going to be my first language because my main language, because I have been coding with Python for 2 years now. But yeah, the more languages you know, the better and the more impressive, you know? So that's the plan. And reading books, as I said, it is not easy to just know like you want to read books. So you need to have a plan. So right now I have 2 books that I really want to read, are Things That I Wish I Knew When I Was 20 and The Defining Decade, which are both about being in your 20s. And right now I am kind of, not right now actually, I used to be like a week ago for months until a week ago. I've been struggling with, like, I've been having an age crisis, and like I'm so old. I'm turning 20 in 18 days. So yeah, I really want to read this book. I actually started listening to the audiobook of Things I Wish I Knew When I Was 20. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add a time for this. Oops, no. I'm gonna read books in the morning, because before bed I don't like reading before bed. In the morning, my phone's dying. I love that for me. In the morning. How much? I don't know. I'm not gonna make it hard for myself, and like this is the first time I'm actually like gonna read books after a long time. So I don't even know what's my speed, how much I can read, how much I can tolerate reading. So we'll just see. Next thing, get monetized on YouTube. I don't know if that would actually happen, but I can try, you know? So I'm gonna be posting once or twice a week. I'm gonna post random videos until I find out what I actually enjoy posting about and what people would like me to post about. So we'll just see what happens. And last thing, getting my 365 streak on Duolingo. So the thing about that is that I really don't care necessarily about the streak, but as I said, it works better for me when I have a tangible like goal. Right now, if I say I want to get good at Spanish, like I don't actually think that I can achieve that by the end of the year, but I could get the 365, and along the way my Spanish is going to get way better than it is right now. And I also gave it a time that is doable. Do Duolingo. I actually misspelled that. I love that for me. Duolingo on the bus. Because when I'm going to university or coming back, usually, especially when I'm coming back, I have nothing to do. So I'm just listening to music. But when I'm going there, I usually am probably like doing something, like answering emails or something. But yeah, when I'm coming back, I have that 5 to 10 minutes of literally wasted time, which I can do Duolingo. And yeah, so this is my comprehensive plan of how I'm getting to where I want to be next year, right this time. This is December 31st at 5:57. But yeah, next year me, you're a badass. I mean, I am too, but like, we can share this part. Like, it's like, okay. All right, bye.